Carl and I were having a conversation and I took some notes. And in this video, I'm going to share these notes. I'm just going to read them and talk on them. And then I'm going to share what it was that's related to this. The thing that made it possible for me to do 21 videos in a day, even though that was such a challenge for me. I could barely do one in a day, and the most I ever did was two, and that was very recently. So I'll talk on that. So here they are, what I wrote. We create our reality with the way we think, how we feel, and what we choose to see as our truth. In our program, we have powerful tools and processes that clear away the thoughts and the feelings and the beliefs that we've been programmed with that we choose not to have anymore. And after that, that's the first step of the process is the clearing. And the second step is creating. So after that, it's still up to us to come up with our preferences and clarify what they are. We are the creator of our reality. We create our reality in our consciousness first, and it's up to us to write that script. And here what's so cool is that when we write it, when we're writing it with our hand and a piece of paper, writing it on paper in scripts, when we write it from our heart, from our soul, when we write these words, we get to feel what the words are saying, the picture it's painting, we see it, we experience it in our imagination, and then it shows up, it becomes real in our reality. And it can happen quite quickly and naturally. So our tools are remarkable and top quality for what they are, and it is up to the individual to write their own blueprints. So that's up to the individual to get clear on your preferences. How is it going to look? How is it going to feel? So the two steps, and then as we were having this conversation, and I was thinking about my speaking and how it's been such a thing because I felt so clear. I'm like, I really didn't feel like there was anything inside of me left to clear so I could speak. And then in this conversation, I was shown the missing piece. So here are the rest of the notes. There has to be a structure for the energy to stand on. Let's say you're building a new home. The first step is to clear the land, clear the space. And the second step is to create the plan. What is it going to look like? It's the same with our consciousness. In order to create, we have a plan. What is it going to be like to live in it? We can imagine what these things are. We can imagine what we like and put into the structure what those things are, our preferences, what we like. We create a plan that includes everything we love. So from that, I took some time with myself. I went into a deep connection with who I am. I listened inside and I wrote the script. I wrote the script for doing 21 videos in a day. And I wrote what it looked like. I tuned in and I wrote how it felt and what I was seeing and what I was experiencing. The interesting thing is that this conversation that I had with Carl that brought me to this uh, big light bulb moment of, oh, this is it, came after I decided that I was going to do these 21 videos. I'm looking at my calendar here, and it was on Friday, January 31st. My inner guidance said, make a post that I'm choosing to end this chapter on thinking I have a thing where I can't speak or share that. And to say that I'm going to do 21 videos in a day. And I did that. And then we had this conversation. And then I took the Saturday, the first, Saturday and Sunday, the 1st and 2nd of February, and it was on that Monday, the 3rd, that I did this. And on that day, I would like to say this, that there was a couple moments in that day where I felt like I'm not going to do this. Let me just reschedule to another day. And I am certain that it's because I did this scripting. I tuned in and I put the structure together in my consciousness. It was because of this that I was able to do those 21 videos, that I actually did it in that day, all in one day. So there's one more thing I wrote on my paper that I'm sharing here, and this is, I was guided to write this. If you knew what you could have, like if you knew it, if you knew what you could have, you would find a way to make it happen presently. And this is very exciting because we can do it with a pen and a paper. We can do this with scripting. And that's it. All it takes is a pen and a paper and some time with yourself and a choice that you're going to be with yourself long enough to see what those words are for you. Another thing that is super powerful is having a conversation with yourself on video. I had 21 short conversations with myself on the 3rd, and I actually haven't even watched them yet. So I'm being guided to watch those videos and to see what happened with me on that day, one after the next. And then I will come back and share more.